So as you'll have seen, Dave did me a solid the other day. He came round while I was having to do the boring thing of going to work, you know, all the usual stuff. And he got the poor little gearbox out the golf. So today we're gonna put the nice new clutch from Blueprint in the gearbox. We're gonna check the flywheel over just a little bit once again, and then I'm gonna see if I can get the gearbox back in on my own. Pop that spring out there. Arm with thrust bearing, and that thrust, oh god, actually concaved. Oh god, that's terrible. But we have a very nice shiny new one. Oh, look at that, we've even got a new one of them. And we've got a new spring clip as well. Excellent. Oh, it's that one. What size are we? Oh god, they're tight. No idea. New one. Ooh, lovely. So pull that off there, excess off that, put that on there, like so. It sits on there like that. That's on there. Something I did forget to mention is when your clutch kit turns up, you will get some grease with it for contact points. So put a little bit on said nipple there, put a little bit on the end of the sleeve. While you're there, put a little bit on the threads for when you go to slide the box in. Get everything back in. There we go. There we go. Lovely jubbly. So as I said before, we bought a nice Blueprint 3-piece clutch. All clutches will have writing on the centre, nothing on one side. On the other side, it will say something, there you go, gearbox side. So it tells you which side that needs to be orientated when you put it on the engine. Same as when you do brake, we want to clean the face of the clutch down with a little bit of brake clean, just to get any delivery oils, etc. off that surface. We're going to line it up on this. See how well made it is? Very good. So I'm going to do my old little trick. I'm not going to tell you till after I've done it. So as you can see, I am sat in the engine bay. Clutch is on. 6 bolts around the outside. I've torqued them up in a star pattern. So I've done them all, and now I'm just going to go round in a circle just to double check they are all at 6. So that's the clutch and pressure plate on. And now I've got to get that big gearbox in a small hole. Yay, this should be fun. Oh. Oh. Won't lie, that did not go in first time. Top tip, have someone else help you. Gearbox is in. I've loose loaded some of the bolts, the 2 mountain bolts. I'm just going to give Dave a call because he took it out and I can't quite remember where he said everything went, or where everything is for that matter. It's late. Yeah. So Dave came round, pointed out where a few bolts went. I got 2 bolts wrong on the gearbox. Easy done. Didn't take it apart. Can't remember where they go because I didn't do it. We're at the point of everything's in. I have pushed home clutch pipe. The roll restrictor mount is on underneath. We had a fluid spill because I forgot to lock the pipe up for the clutch. Good old pressure bleeder out. Again, you don't need this. Get 2 years. Someone in the car. Pump the clutch pedal. Hold it down. Crack open the bleed nipple and just keep repeating. I'm going to try it with this, albeit I've not done a clutch with a pressure bleeder, so I thought I'd at least show you bleeding that. So I've built up pressure. Now just to help the pressure, I'm still going to press the pedal and then have it held down with a stick. So pedal held, pressure bleeder's on, so we've still got loads of pressure. Bleed nipple, flare nut spanner. Oh, look at that, lovely. Now, don't let brake fluid get on any of your painted surfaces because it can corrode it. Plenty of brake cleaner on that. Dust all that off. Still got plenty of pressure in the system. Gonna see what pedal we've got. One more bleed. Where to put my bloody spanner? There we go. That's lovely. No air in that, just straight fluid coming out. That's exactly what you want. That off nicely. Give down here a little swill of brake clean. Let's go and see what the pedal's like now. Oh. We've got a pedal. I reckon a little bit more. I reckon that's still a little bit soft and spongy. So I'll do it another couple of times and I'll see where we're at. And it's just a case of the reversal of removal, which obviously you saw Dave do. I'm not going to film putting everything back in. So catch me in the morning when we see if it actually works. Or I set it on fire. YouTube, daylight. Bled the clutch up last night, as you saw, and it started bleeding up okay. We got a pedal. Wasn't great. I called it a night, went in. Overnight, the goblins have been in, messed around with me, and I had no pedal this morning again. Further investigation, found the slave cylinder, which is just on the outside of the box. It's not a concentric slave, it's on external, which is handy. The bleed nipple either wasn't sealed or something along them lines, and it's lost a bit of pressure. I did a bleed again this morning, nipped it back up, saw it was weeping a little bit, nipped it up a bit more, eventually it stopped weeping, but I didn't have a pedal. Built the pressure back up, went to bleed it again, and the bleed nipple snapped. And it's just one of them things, you know, it's old plastic, it's, what is it, 11 plate. The original VW part. It's just one of them. They're not expensive, 30 quid, but it just means we gotta wait now. I'm just gonna remove it off the outside of the box. Held in with just two 13mm nuts there. Slide it out the way. It'll be here tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll get it on, get it done. Car's out the way because everything else seems to be working absolutely fine. Managed to get the master cylinder tomorrow. Good old Amazon coming tomorrow. While I'm here, I thought I'd button everything else up. We're underneath the car. Good thing with Volkswagens is you can split the drive shafts, as you'll have seen Dave done. You've got to cut that cable tie, bolt that back in. Do the same on that side, bolt that back in. On here, it's tighten all the bolts up for the bell housing. There isn't too many on this. Starters back in, connect all the plugs back up, a few bits of bobs. So then tomorrow, slave cylinder in, airbox battery, and try it out. Click, click. Wiring in there, lovely, nice and neat. Got a big bolt here to get back in still. Tight. Cut that cable tie. Now, same as most things on Volkswagens, this is triple square. And you got 3 lots of 2 bolts on your drive shaft with your little spreader bar on a ratchet. Lovely. My arms are tired. Why am I using a gun? Because I'm an idiot. I'm going to use a gun. That's definitely much easier. Next night, that part's arrived, as you can see. Dark again. So I've just come in for work. The car is going out tonight, so it's getting done. Dave's away, you know, sunning it up as usual. New slave cylinder, and you can see it's just in there. All it is 2 13mm bolts. You pull the old one straight out, nothing more. Slide it into place. You just got to push it in because of the plunger. Put the 2 bolts in, and that's that. Pipe, quick release clip there. Pull it out, push the pipe in, quick release pin back in. Jobs are good. Now, I have done a bleed before. I'm going to give it a little bit more now, and then we're going to put the battery tray in, battery, airbox, start it up, take it for a little drive. Now, there's multiple ways to do this. I did do it with the pressure bleeder before. This time, I'm just going to do it with pumping the pedal and holding the pedal down. Here we go. Pedal held down. Get onto our spanner. Now, where did I put that spanner? Oh, there we go. Got it. Pop your cap off the bleed nipple. Lovely. Bit of air there still. You can see it's a little bit foamy. Probably won't show up too good on camera. Get that back off. Hasn't got to be mega tight. Do the same again. Keep going until we get a very good pedal. A lot of up and down when you're doing the pedal. Oh, that's a good pedal. Oh, all over me. Get a friend or your wife or whatever, auntie, your dog, child, pump the pedal, hold it on the bottom, crack it open, tighten it up, release the pedal. So that is now bled. We have got lovely clear fluid coming through. Bung back on. Once you get to clear fluid, do it a couple more times just to make sure. Pedal feels really good. Going to check it one last time. Yeah. Now, the only downside is I can't for the life of me remember what it felt like beforehand. We shall see how it goes. So now, got to remember how this bloody battery tray goes in. Yes, it is. Excellent. Right, gun. Idiot, it's not 13, it's 10. Battery, hoo-yah. This way, no my luck, bloody thing won't start. Good practice. If you're working on a car, leave the battery on trickle charge. Oh, I'm having a bad night, people. Yeah, hold that down. Oh, this looks snazzy. Airbox lid that way. One bung there and there. Try and aim it. That must go over. Yeah, there we go. Get that bar lined up. Pop on. That's that in. Push that in there. Now, there was another piece for this somewhere. Where have I put that? And then little pipe onto that. Excellent. That's it back together. So clean up, find my cover. First start with the new clutch. So what's missing? It's the Golf, baby. It's the Golf. Oh, look at that. Going back to either the last episode or the beginning of this episode, depending on how I stupidly edit it. I said to you I had a little trick up my sleeve for centering the clutch. Now, once again, as I keep saying, it is not the right way. Should you do it? Probably not. I got taught it from an old guy in a garage who's been there for 60 years. What I did was I lined up the pressure plate perfectly with the clutch disc, made sure it is manufactured well, and you can see exactly the same gap all the way around, or damn near close. to perfect. Took it back off. 3 small dabs of super glue. Yes, I said it. I said super glue. Put them together, walk away, go have a brew. Come back, you can hold it, you can shake it, and it ain't going anywhere. Fit it, gearbox straight in, line straight up, as you saw, after manhandling it on my own. And then when you come to start it in gear. Start it in gear, boom, break the 3 dabs of super glue, and away you go. That's my little trick. As I said, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying that was my little trick. What's it like? Well, for one, as you know, we did the cam belt on this car. It is so quiet compared to what it used to be. I mean, oh, pairs like a kitten. What's the clutch like? Well, again, I can't quite remember what it was like. I just remember the clutch was very, very high. First gear, clutch on the foot, very light pedal. I am giving this car another service next week. I won't be videoing it, purely because of all the work we've done on the engine. I want to give it 2 quick oil changes, make sure we got all the crud out. I lift it up a little bit, and that's it, bite. Probably the bottom quarter of the pedal, so handbrake off. Lovely. All the gears select with the clutch down. Reverse. YouTube, I'd call that a win. I'm going to go take it to her. I'm going to get washed up, and then I'll meet you back in the garage, and we'll talk price of the whole series for this high mileage Golf. So, as I said with the Golf's gone. I thought I'd give you an update on what's been happening. It's been a few weeks now. I know it's still the same episode, but it's how the editing works. Magic wheel of YouTube. So the car's gone. She's happy with it. It's all been great. It's had the oil change. Everything's running absolutely fine. Clutch is great. It was a success. Pricing. So originally we said to have the clutch and the cam belt done, cam chain, in a garage. We were getting quotes from anywhere between 700 to £1,000+. That just wasn't worth it. What did we spend? I made a little list. Clutch kit was £62 and it was a Blueprint. It wasn't a cheap brand. We had to end up buying a slave cylinder. That was £30. We had fluids, clutch fluid, 15 quid. The chain kit and the spare parts that we had to buy because of what had been done previously turned out to be around £150 to £160. Time and tool was £25. Some sealant, tenner, 2 oil filters, 2 lots of oil, came in at £90. Bottle of brake cleaner, a few other bits and bobs. Sum total just shy of £400. Obviously, I understand we haven't got labour in that or anything like that. We've just done it ourselves, but that's the point. We've done it ourselves. You can do it. It's not 5 minutes. Can you do it though if you're a little bit mechanically minded? 100%. Have a go. Plenty of resources on forums, YouTube. You know, ask people you know work on cars and that to give you a hand. It's all about getting your mates round, having a laugh, having a few beers, and saving another high mileage hero car. As always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Click here for more content. And here's a little sneak peek of what might be coming up on the channel. New purchase.